Hey y'all. So, this is going to be a short video, but as you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about The Boyfriend by Big Freida, Miss Freida McFadden, because we love her. Now, if you watch my previous videos, you know it took me a minute to get through this book. It took me a while to get through this book because I was just struggling. I was in a reading rut, but I feel like it definitely has gotten me out of this reading rut. But struggle. I was about to DNF this book, but I started reading it on my Kindle first, and then I was reading it on my little purse Kindle, which we'll get into this in another video. And then I ended up finishing it off on my phone. I used my library, like my Libby app. I'm actually reading the Block Party right now. But yes, it's gonna have a little bit of spoilers in it. I'm just gonna let you know right off a rip. So if you're one of those people like me who don't want to be spoiled by it, you don't want spoilers, you just want to, read the book, go read the book and then come back. But I'm not gonna make this video too long because I'll go on a whole tangent about all the stuff that was happening. But basically the book follows the POV of Tom and Sydney. Tom mostly speaking in the past tense of him in high school, with what went down between him, his friend Slug, his crush Daisy, and her best friend Allison. And then present day, there's Sydney. She talks about, she has these two friends, Bonnie and Gretchen, and her friend Gretchen is dating a guy named Randy. And then Cindy has an ex-boyfriend named Jake, who's a cop. What I want to say about this book is basically a tale of two serial killers. A tale of two serial killers. And like Tom, he's like this smart, shy, skinny, tall little boy, like nerdy. He's really into medical stuff, but he comes from a rough background. His dad was a drunk, like he's alcoholic and abusive. He's the only child. He's a rough background, but he's just like, he's just a boy with one friend and a crush, right? But he has like these weird tendencies of just like killing the girl that he's crushing on, but not actually going through with it. But it's like, he says that. And then Sydney, she's just a girl who's struggling to find love since her and her ex Jake broke up, because Jake was married to the game. He was married to his career, and he didn't really have the time, or he really didn't make the time for his relationship with Sydney. So she just had to go. But ever since that relationship ended, she's just been trying to, find her man. And then just bad dating, and then her friend Bonnie ends up getting murdered, unfortunately, in their apartment complex, and she's like trying to find out what's going on with the murder. Her ex-boyfriend Jake takes over the case, and so at the same time she's like, well, I kind of still want to date, even though there's still an open case with the murder of my best friend. So then she starts dating this mystery man, who he started out a mystery man, but then ended up finding out who the man was, because she's met him before, she just didn't know his name. But when they start dating, his name is Tom. Yes, that Tom, the other POV. They started dating, and then she started to get a little suspicious of him in regards to maybe he was possibly the one that killed her friend Bonnie. The only person, and this is spoiler, the only person Tom killed was his dad. That's the only person Tom killed. The two girls from way back when that got killed, this girl named Brandy that he used to tutor, and the girl Daisy, his crush, her best friend Allison, they got murdered. It wasn't him. And he kind of found out it wasn't even his best friend like I thought it was. It was his girl crush, Daisy. Because Daisy is a psychopath. Daisy killed Brandy because Brandy was crushing on Tom, and she killed Allison because Allison was threatening to tell Daisy's dad, who was the chief of police that was investigating the murder of Brandy at the time, that she suspected Tom as the one that killed Brandy. and that something was going on with him and his friend Slug, and she saw them stuffing something in a trunk and he had blood on him and she was going to tell. So Daisy had to get rid of her because she was going to ruin everything. And she also got rid of Slug because he was a peeping Tom and she just despised him. And then she just kind of just been pretty much following Tom around as best she could since they graduated high school and went off to college and everything. And just any girl that she deemed unworthy of Tom, she would just murder them. And Bonnie was one of those girls. When she finally caught up to Tom, she was just like, oh, so he's dating this girl named Bonnie. I'm gonna become friends with her just to see if she's worthy. She's not worthy. She gotta go. Now, my other friend, because they were all friends. Now, my other friend is dating Tom? Absolutely not. She's got to go too. So it's like, it was crazy. But then peep this. Peep this. Tom ends up leaving with her. He ends up leaving with Daisy. The one that has been torturing him for all of these years. The one where he felt like he could not have a real relationship with anybody because she would just murder them. That girl. Because she put in his head that there is no other woman for you. Because you are just like me. You have these thoughts. I just act on them. We are one and the same. So why don't you just stop running from me and just be with me? And he said, well, as long as you stop killing people, I will be with you. Fine, so be it. We will be together, we'll run away, and we'll just live on the run, and yeah. Right in front of Sydney. Because Daisy ended up drugging Sydney, but she was gonna kill her. But Tom intervened, even though he had called the police prior to. But when she came to him with this, like, oh, we're one and the same, and you know you love me just like I love you, and I don't want anybody else, and I'll kill any of these girls for you. Just be with me. Run away with me. And he said, fine, I'll do it. I'll run away with you. And Cindy's like, what is happening? But fine. Get as far away from me as you possibly can. And who did she end up with a month later? Her ex-Jake. She just got back with him because that's the best thing for her. Trust me. It was crazy. The book was crazy. It took a while to get juicy, but if I know my girl Freida, I'm gonna like the book. There has not been a book that I've read by her that I didn't enjoy. I haven't gotten a 5-star read from her yet, or even well, I did like the Housemaid series. I did give that a 4-star, but I haven't found a 5-star read from her. But the Housemaid series, at least the first 2 books, I haven't finished the 3rd book. At least the first 2 books has been 4 stars for me. And I give this one a 3-star. It was fun. It was a hot mess, but all the Big Freida books are a hot mess. But I love them. I love them down. And I am now reading The Block Party by Jamie Day, and we gonna see. Y'all like my little keychain? Isn't this dope? This is so dope, isn't it? I love it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on The Boyfriend. Like I said, there was some spoilers in there. I gave away the plot twist and everything. So hopefully, if you didn't care about any of that stuff, you know, you continue watching. If you did, hopefully you read the book and came back and we on the same page, which is how crazy. And also, if you read the book, did you also think that Tom's best friend was the one that killed Brittany and Allison? And like I did, because he was just a little bit too comfortable at that one point, that one part where Tom had called Slug when he killed his daddy, and he told him to come help him. And Slug was just a little bit too calm, cool, and collected about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? It was just it was giving Slug might be a little off too. He might have buried a couple of bodies before. You get what I mean? So did y'all also think that the same like me, or was it just me? Oh, also, did you also think that Randy was actually Slug? when they met up, and how Tom was acting crazy and he was trying to pull Sydney away from the two of them, from Gretchen and Randy, and how they said, how it's written that, well, Sydney thought that Tom was looking at Randy when actually he was looking at Gretchen. But I was like, well, if it is love, how did he get away with? Because I was thinking, because I was like, if Tom had killed those two girls in the past, how did he get away with that? Like, how did he get off? You know what I mean? Before they revealed it, I was like, how did he get off? Because like, he is the surgeon and everything. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, leave your your thoughts and everything about the book and everything in the description box below. I gotta go because I got an appointment. But yeah, stay tuned for more reviews and videos. I love y'all. See y'all later.